Okay, Eli is 15. Hi Eli, how are you doing today?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How's your school day been going?
Pretty good. Long, just ready to go home.
Yeah, sometimes the days do get a little long. What subjects have you had?
I've had Algebra 2, Chemistry, and English.
English. I know that last time when we talked, you mentioned that you were a little anxious about an upcoming English report. How did that go?
I forgot about that. It actually ended up being a lot better than I thought. I was really scared about it, but I think I got like a B minus.
A B minus?
Mm-hmm.
What were you expecting?
Well, yeah, like I said, I was surprised. I really thought I was going to get like a D,
So you're surprised?
Yeah.
So it turned out well for you then?
Yeah.
Good. So today, I know that you've been having some concerns, some more anxiety with an upcoming English test.
Yeah, another one.
Another one coming up that you're feeling a little anxious about.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wanted to talk to you about today was something called the cognitive behavioral therapy model.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I don't know what that is.
No? Okay, well, so I'm going to explain that to you today and maybe see how we can maybe use that to help you with your anxious feelings about English.
Okay.
Does that sound like something?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to have you just do a little exercise to help me explain the model. Basically, this model takes into account our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors.
Okay.
So, and what that means is that basically these three things are all kind of related to each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
So the theory just basically states that our thoughts affect our behaviors, which affect our feelings, which then in turn affect our thoughts. So kind of a visual of that. We have thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Have you ever, in any of your classes, seen like a flow chart?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So just basically our thoughts influence feelings, which influence behaviors. Kind of circle continues.
Okay.
Okay. So something I wanted to do with you today is I wanted you to imagine a problem. It can be any problem. Doesn't necessarily have to be one that you're experiencing. Just any issue that a person might be having.
Okay. Not knowing what classes to choose.
Not knowing what classes to choose for a semester. Okay. So the problem is not knowing what classes to choose. Okay. First, I want you to write down a thought you might have about this problem, if it were a problem you were experiencing.
Okay. So I think my thought would be stressed.
That is actually more of a feeling.
Oh, okay.
You might be feeling stressed.
Uh-huh.
So what might you be thinking when you're feeling stressed?
Oh, okay, I get it. I guess I would be thinking that I didn't know what to take.
Don't know what classes to take.
Mm-hmm.
So the thought is, didn't know what to take. Okay. Now, what might be the feeling?
Oh, I guess the
You want
feeling.
to write down the feeling?
Yeah, sorry. The feeling would be that I was stressed.
Stressed, yeah.
Okay.
Are there any other feelings you might be thinking, or you might be feeling in the situation?
Confused.
Confused?
And maybe anxious.
Anxious? Yes, definitely.
Okay.
All right, now the last part is what behaviors might these thoughts and feelings, what behaviors might you have because of these?
Well, I probably wouldn't register for classes because I wouldn't know what to do.
So, I'm hearing you might be procrastinating.
Yeah, I guess that's what I
searching
mean.
for classes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to spell it.
Okay. So, we have the thought is that you don't know what to take. The feeling is that you're stressed.
Mm-hmm.
And the behavior is that you're going to procrastinate.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can imagine back to that chart I drew right at the beginning, do you see how the thought kind of influences the feeling?
Yeah.
So you're confused about not knowing what to take, and that causes you to feel stressed, confused, perhaps anxious.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that anxiety influences your behavior, and because of that anxiety, you kind of push away, choose not to look for classes.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think that behavior can relate back to that thought? By not looking for classes and procrastinating, how do you think that influences your thought?
I guess it doesn't really help my thought any because the problem's still there.
The problem's still there?
Mm-hmm.
Once you procrastinate, what do you think the thought might be after you've procrastinated?
That I'm not going to get into the classes I need.
Okay, definitely.
I waited too long.
Okay, and if you're waiting too long, and that's what you're thinking, I've waited too long, I'm not going to get into the classes I need, what might you be feeling?
Probably even more stressed and really worried because I know my mom would get really mad.
Okay, and then how do you think that might influence the behavior?
I guess I would... I don't know what I would do. I guess I would try to find some way to figure it out, but I don't know what I would do.
Okay, very good. You've done really well with understanding this model. But basically, you can understand how all these kind of uncomfortable feelings and thoughts and our behaviors, they kind of make for an unfortunate situation.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a way to kind of break the cycle. Do you have any ideas about that? What that might include?
Well, you said like if I change one of them. Is that what you mean? So.
Yeah, how we kind of talked about that flow chart and how they all kind of influence each other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that by changing one, that it can affect the others?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do you think that's most effective? If we start.
I don't know. I guess if I could figure out what classes I took, then I wouldn't be so confused about it.
Okay. So you're saying to start with the behavior?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay, so the behavior would be instead of to procrastinate, you would
maybe ask my counselor.
Ask a counselor for help?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this behavior, how do you think that influences the thought?
Well, if she could help me, then I wouldn't be so confused. I wouldn't be thinking that I didn't know what to take.
So, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're thinking that the counselor would be able to help you find the appropriate classes?
I hope so.
Okay. So, thought maybe counselor can help find classes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then how do you think that thought influences the feeling?
I think I'd feel a lot better about it. Maybe I wouldn't worry as much, because if she could help me, then I wouldn't get in trouble and stuff, so I'd feel better about it.
Feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Can you name a specific emotion you might be feeling?
Relieved.
Relieved?
I feel like I accomplished something, so.
Accomplished? Feel accomplished?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you see how we could take a negative situation and kind of, by manipulating one aspect of this model, like behaviors, feelings, or thoughts, we can kind of change our whole outlook on a situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that this could maybe be something that would work for you with English class?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. We can definitely talk about that today and go through some of the thoughts, some of the feelings, and some of the behaviors you might be having with studying for this big English exam.
Okay.
And just see if we can come up with some solutions.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Yep.
All right. Let's get started on that.